we have to actually give an update on last week's first story that we covered, which was Botchamania being threatened by All Elite Wrestling on YouTube with copyright strikes.
Yes,
the dumbest shit. Yesterday, on Friday, in the span of a couple of hours, Matthew of Botchamania, Matthew Gregg, had gone on saying, yep, they finally fucking did it. They actually went ahead and fucking termed me.
I have
Yes, pull up the tweet right now, please.
Give me a second
because this story is such bullshit. It is flagrant and unadulterated bullshit, and you're gonna love it.
I do believe we spoke about this previously, and it was equally as bullshit before, but now it's even more bullshit than we ever thought possible.
Is it bullshit or is it Bolshevik? I'm not sure. Bolshevik, that's communist, right? Shit,
all right, here we go. I'm pulling up his latest, Botchamania's latest tweet. From PW Stream, AEW goes hard at content creators by allegedly abusing YouTube's copyright system. And let me open up this article here from Ringside News. And this article was printed out on, let me see, it doesn't give a stamp date here, but let's see. Yep, they've been, Ringside News has been in contact with content creators that AEW is going after, and they are not happy, one particular being Botchamania. Let me see if it has, yep, here we go. According to, the reply they received seemed cut and pasted without any empathy. These clips are AEW intellectual property intended for only the private use of our audience. No part of our programming, audio and or video, may be reproduced, broadcast, or exhibited in any form or by any means without the consent of AEW. It is also prohibited for users to generate revenue from the broadcast or exhibition by the user of any AEW content, including media scrums or other editorial materials, without the consent of AEW. As a result, we are unable to authorize your use of the content, and you may be subject to copyright strikes and or takedown notices.
Well. So let me condense all that big pile of jargon legalized bullshit into a single sentence. You are not allowed to make fun of us unless we give you permission to make fun of us. How dare you use fair use to make your content? Fuck you, pay me. There we go.
Well, hang on. There's more to
this. Wait, there's more.
There's more.
Of course,
they were then handed an email that was sent from AEW to another content creator explaining that fair use doesn't apply. And here's the thing: fair use does not apply. These clips are AEW intellectual property intended for only the private use of our audience.
The same thing they just wound up saying earlier.
It's just a repetition of essentially saying, fuck pants.
Give me mine.
What AEW? Yeah, that's it.
And Ringside News accurately defines what fair use is, and I think it's important to actually address this right now. Fair use is the doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder.
In other words, we're here educating people on how Botchamania is here to teach us on how silly shit can get.
Yes.
Exactly.
And that's fine.
But no, how dare you make fun of our glorious company? You piece of perfectly working YouTube channel that has brought laughter and joy to millions of people. Get the fuck out of my yard. How dare you, sir?
Which is hysterical and weird as all hell, because a couple of hours after Matthew had put up the post saying, yeah, I got terminated, he made another tweet.
Yes, I have the tweet right now, basically saying an update. The channel is back. I really appreciate people tweeting their support, but this was a YouTube issue. AEW. He also tagged AEW, AEW Executive Vice President Cody Rhodes, and referee Aubrey Edwards. Yeah, he tagged all three, and everyone else who offered assistance couldn't have been more helpful. Thanks, Windjammers. And then he released another tweet shortly after, basically stating, I know it's hypocritical because I tweeted last week, AEW are taking down videos, and definitely fanned the flames, but I didn't realize it was a bot YouTube issue, and I panicked. So please, stop tagging AEW people and telling them to fuck off. They couldn't have been nicer.
Well. So you're telling me that AEW itself had no problem with this, and it was just YouTube's shitty-ass copyright system completely screwing everything up?
YouTube
Is that what-
algorithms has always been a constant issue when it comes to content creators, and this has been an ongoing issue for years. We all know this.
Well, damn. Now I got egg on my face, and I was talking all that mad shit about AEW last episode with you.
Look,
Now we're gonna have to actually apologize to them.
You know what's funny over here? It's really odd that all this shit actually did get resolved only after Cody Rhodes, one of the executive vice presidents of All Elite Wrestling, went in and stepped forward personally because people were making a stink of it. Senior referee Aubrey Edwards, the girl Hebner herself, was here helping out after there was a public stink of it.
Yes.
You better believe.
Wow.
You better believe they wouldn't have thought two squats about Botchamania at all. And let's not forget, if this wasn't like a popular YouTube channel, and lest we forget, there are still other YouTube channels right now that have similar copyright strikes against them from AEW. So either this is a bot issue within YouTube, or there's someone working in AEW who doesn't give two squirts of piss. Either way, this is fucking hysterical, and this is still an ongoing issue that AEW needs to take the reins on personally if they want to hold on to their most valuable resource, public sympathy.
Especially considering recently they just for this week they just hit #1 as the most watched program on cable TV from Blood and Guts.
Yep. Hysterically
impressive movements.
Yep, they reached #1 in the cable top 150, and they hit over 1 million in viewership on Wednesday night. So if they want to keep their audience, then they need to, clamp down on these things. Like Cody,
or rather, manage the rules of their
YouTube. He understands
YouTube.
his audience. He understands the fans, and he has an intelligence to him that I don't think anybody else, including the CEO. Like
Tony Khan?
Yeah, including Tony Khan. I don't think that they can relate. And yeah, there's really not much else to say.
For now.
Angel, your thoughts.
Please.
Well, for once, I am genuinely surprised. I was truly expecting this AEW to go the way of the WWE and have their CEO basically walk down the stairs swinging his balls around and demanding reparations. I am pleasantly surprised that this was not really a malicious, deliberate attack upon the actual show itself, but it was just YouTube's copyright system being staffed by monkeys or some shit. So ultimately, I am happy that all ends well, but yes, AEW needs to take a look at their policies, make sure that YouTube is not doing the same thing to other channels as well, just to play it safe. I like the fact that they at least understand that the parody channel is there. I'm just happy that this was the best possible outcome, which is literally nobody meant anything bad. This was just the system fucking up, and it was quickly fixed. That's what makes me happy, frankly. For once, there are no enemies to point the sword to, and you know what? I appreciate one day of peace.
Ha.
Ah!
So
Still have it.
Boxing.
Better joke meta game of Konami right now. Fuck that shit.
Oh man.